Hey, champions, how are you guys doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic and really had a fantastic Tuesday. Thank you for all of you watching the replay. I greatly appreciate and value your time for hanging out with me and coming to check out the big update news that I can't wait to share with you. This is super exciting, the news that I have to share with you, and then also something very exciting that I want to talk about tonight. So if you're watching the replay, go ahead and type in, I am a Tuesday champion. Go ahead and type it in so that I know you watched the broadcast and I can connect with you about your thoughts and see what you think about the broadcast, because I know you're probably working or super busy, but I know you're going to check it out later. So write, I am a Tuesday champion, so that I can connect with you and find out what your thoughts are about tonight's broadcast. Looking forward to it. All right, so I'm ready to dive into tonight's broadcast. Super excited. One of the things that I want to share, I've been thinking about all day because I've been taking a look on the inside, right? Recognizing some of the feelings that I've been experiencing, especially ready to launch this huge product. And I came across something that I had to take a look at. I had to take a checkup from the neck up. I remember Keith Harrell used to always talk about this. Take a checkup from the neck up, right? Because you have to examine things. You know, failing to examine how you're feeling or the experiences that you're going through could possibly be a big cause for failure, for derailment, for not being able to stay on track or on course. So there's something I really want to share with you to help you through some of those challenging times that you will experience. Trust me on this. Murphy will come to visit you. Well, Chris, who's Murphy? You know, Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong at the worst possible time. Murphy's Law. It'll happen to you. You know, you probably already experienced it, right? So that's a huge possibility. So, hey, let me make sure everything in the chat room is set up and ready to go before we dive into the message. Hey, what's up, champion Jason and Heather in there? Hey, guys, do me a favor. Hit the like button if you can see me clearly and the sound is great. If you can see me clearly and the sound is great, do me a huge favor and hit the like button, because I want to make sure the broadcast comes across clear, right? Because the last thing we want to do is have a great and exciting broadcast that you can't hear. And that has happened. That has happened. All right, guys, thank you so much for doing that. So what I want to talk about is a possible cause for failure, a possible cause for giving up too soon. You know, there's a quote out there that talks about, you know, the opportunities that were missed from the people that gave up too soon. They gave up, they caved in, they quit way too soon, right at the verge of it breaking forth, right at the verge of breakthrough, they turned around and walked away. They threw up their hands and gave up, said, you know what, forget this. This isn't working. This is not my expectation. I expected this thing to work in 24 hours. I expected to be a millionaire. It's taken way too long. Yeah, I know it's been 2 days, but it's taken way too long to get to this super millionaire status. Have you ever experienced something like this before? All right, yeah. Have you known someone that gave up, caved in, and quit real quick in the process, didn't take the time to really wait and allow this thing to go through? Yeah, right? This has happened before. Hey, type in the chat if you can put a number 1 in the chat room if you know someone or you have done that before, that you gave up on something way too early in the process. And I'm going to take a look here in the chat. I want to see if you gave up way too early in the process, right? Because I know we're cut from the same cloth. Hey, what's up, champion Derek? Derek's inside the chat room. Mohawk Joe, hey, good buddy. How are you? Good to see you there. Right, because we've all have experienced this or recognized someone else has experienced this in their life. So, hey, here's what I want to do. Let's talk about that right now, right? Because we know what the problem is. Sometimes we give up, cave in, and quit too early. Sometimes we allow our feelings and our emotions to get in the way. So here's what we need to do. And somebody type this in the chat room for me. We must, you should examine your why. That's right. It sounds basic and it sounds simple, but we have to return to the fundamentals. Whenever you're experiencing burnout, getting offended, becoming angry for no reason, you're lacking joy in your life, you're locked into people bondage, the thing that you should examine first is your why, right? How connected to why you get up every morning? How connected are you to the reasons why your children, your parents, your goals, your financial goals, the house you want, the car you want, whatever it is your why is, right? How connected are you to that? Because when you're connected to that why, and when your why is strong enough, burnout, offense, getting angry, lacking joy, people bondage, you are immune to those things, right? You got to do a checkup from the neck up. Because if you don't examine your why, if you haven't spent time with your why, it's a distant memory. You don't have that same hunger anymore. You don't have the passion stirred up anymore. It's like having a dream board inside your office and you don't go in your office anymore. That is now a graveyard. That's right, Mohawk Joe. False evidence appearing real. Fear will get you every time. Fear will get you every time, right? Fear, false evidence appearing real. Fear, forget everything and run. Right, those things can happen. But you got to examine your why. You have to go back to that why. And check this out. Somebody write this in the chat for me. If your why does not make you cry, it's not strong enough. If your why don't make you cry, it's not strong enough. It's lost its teeth. It no longer is connected to the thing that's in you that drives you to be competitive, that drives you to completion, that drives you to finish. If that why don't make you cry, if you can't look at that why and say, you know what? I'm doing this for my sister, because what she's going through, and I know the type of help that she needs, and I know if it's to be, it's up to me. I know she doesn't have it right now, so if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be me. And I'm not going to let anything stand in my way. I am unstoppable. I am filled with faith. This thing is a must. It's not I might do. It's not a I need to do. It's a I must do. Because you visually see what it is your why is connected to, because your why is stirring up all kind of passions. I know Jason Hodge, who's in the chat room, deals with a lot of nonprofits. If they ever lose track of that vision, of that reason why they are doing this, why did you create that nonprofit? Well, I created the nonprofit because I want to help homeless people. I want to get those military veterans off the street. If you ever lose focus of the real gritty griminess, the thing that makes a teardrop from your eye of why you created that nonprofit, you open the door to some things that's going to absolutely destroy some things in your life. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Put a number 2 if you're with me. If I'm making sense to you, put a number 2 in the chat room. Put a number 2 in the chat room if I'm making sense to you. Because this is important. Because I personally experienced this. I was getting frustrated about some minor things. I was getting frustrated about the lack of support from people who I believe should support me the most. Have you ever experienced that? Be real with me. Just say yes. Just type yes. If you ever expected support from somebody and never got it. They were a part of your team. They have the same last name. You expected that support and it's not there. And it leads to frustration and anger. You know where that comes from? Off the mark. You're off your why, right? Because it's not their why, it's your why. It's not their job to do that. It is your job to do that. Yes, it would be nice if someone supports you. Yes, it would be nice if they get behind you. Yes, it would be nice if they purchase your product. Yes, it would be nice if they showed up and showed out for you and told everybody they know about you. Yes, that would be nice, but the likelihood of that is that probably won't happen with everybody who should do it. But that's none of your business. That's why you have to go back and examine your why. Because when you take a look at your why again, it doesn't matter who shows up. It just does not matter who helps, because you are so focused on the main thing that you become unstoppable regardless of who helps or who does not help. Because here's what you got to know. Somebody type this in the chat room. As long as you keep going towards the mark, as long as you keep going towards the goal, resources will become available. I found that to be true. You just keep going forward and resources will show up. People with a different last name will jump on board the team and say, Chris, I got that. Hey, what do you need help with? Chris, I got that. Hey, Jason, I got that. What do you need help with? Heather, I got Derek. I got that part. What do you need help with? People will show up on the path. Mohawk Joe, what do you need? I got that, right? Because people recognize that when you get moving, people that have been through what you are going through or where you want to go, they can see it in you. They can see that hunger, and something on their heart will cause them to support you like none other. If you're feeling me, let me hear you say yes. Let me hear you say yes. That's right. Let me check the chat room real quick. I see Derek Jones saying yes. That's so true. Jeff Middleton, reset your expectations. Jeff, you hit it on the head. You hit it on the head. Jeff, type this in for me. Heather, somebody type this in for me. Never have misplaced expectations on people. That's the worst thing you can do, is have misplaced expectations on people, right? You don't have a right. You don't have a right to that. You don't have a right. They don't have to do anything for you. That's not part of the plan. The plan is for you to go, for you to get moving, for you to do it because it's your dream, your goal, your idea. Misplaced expectations on people will cause you to get off track 100% of the time. Well, I thought Harry was going to do this. I thought Michelle was going to do this, and she didn't show up. She didn't do it. She didn't even show up. She could have called. She could have texted me. No, it's up to you to keep going forward. Will there be pain on the path to the success that you want to experience? Absolutely. Absolutely. Have any of you entrepreneurs watching right now? If you're watching live right now, I want you to type in, if you've experienced any type of pain and challenges like I'm talking about, if you've experienced anything like this, just say, yes, sir. Just type in, yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you've experienced that, right? It's amazing how we all go through this process. But you know what? All of these things are lessons. That's the good news. I know it's painful. I know it's challenging. I know you want to give up, cave in, and quit. I know they should support you. I know all of that. Cry for 22 seconds and get up off your tail and get moving. And get moving. Every person out here that's an entrepreneur and been going for it, trust me on this. They have experienced that pain and they are still here and still going forward, right? I like another thing about Jason Hodge and also Jennifer Yarborough. They use some statistics about nonprofits that 89% of nonprofits fail every year, right? Or is it 82? So 82% fail every year. So that only leaves 18%, and that's around 1.3 to 1.5 million that survive. Those are the people that said, it's painful, it's hard, I may not know what to do all the time, I'll figure it out, I'll find some new friends, I'll get into a new circle, I'll do whatever I have to do, but I am going to make it, I am going to survive. That's that 18%. That's that 18%. The rest quit. The rest gave up and caved in, right? The rest got into their feelings, into their emotions. The rest got burned out. They got offended. They got angry. They lacked the joy. They got into people bondage. The 82% gave up, caved in, and quit right at the point of breakthrough. At the point of breakthrough. They were one training class away, one book away, one conversation, one network meeting away, right? Don't allow those things to happen. Just keep moving. It's going to hurt. You may have to crawl to the finish line, but dog on it, Scooby-Doo, Hong Kong Phooey, crawl to the finish line if you must. You were born to win, champion. I am so fired about your life. Let me check the chat room because I got some great news I want to share with you. Let me check the chat room. What's going on over here in the chat room? That's right. Jason Hodge said 82%, 1.8 million are what's left over. 1.8 million are the ones that kept on going. And in spite of the odds, in spite of all the challenges and the disagreements and the things going wrong, they stayed in there, right? Jennifer Yarborough's inside the chat room. That's right. Oh, Derek Jones said, oh, Lordy, yes. Right. Here's something good from Jason Hodge. He says, as long as you keep going towards your mark, resources will continually show up. That's right, champion. Don't give up. If you're in that place where you want to give up, you may need a new circle of friends, a new circle of champions that can encourage you, right? You may need some new people around you. You got to figure that thing out. Getting some new groups. Find someone that could empower and encourage and speak life into you. There's plenty of people out here that's on the path and on the journey. All right. So, hey, let me get to the news real quick so that we can go finish enjoying our terrific Tuesday. I love this day. Tomorrow, big announcement. I have the launch date for my amazing product that I've been working so hard on. And if you guys know me, you know that I've been working diligent and working hard on bringing this product out. And let me share that with you. So I created a live stream training to teach you how to do what I'm doing right now. Being able to go live, utilizing a green screen so that you can get more attention, more people looking at you. And by getting that attention from people, you're going to be able to increase engagement. And by increasing engagement, you'll have people taking action on what you desire them to take action for. This is a phenomenal product, step by step. I have some great testimonies. There are people in the chat room that have been through the course. They gave great testimonies. They are supporters of this course, and they give me constant reminders of the power of the course. So we have a launch date. And the launch date will be announced tomorrow at around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm doing a powerful interview with Heather Nicely. If you don't know Heather Nicely, you have yet to live. Heather Nicely, part of the Everlesson family, the most incredible platform for memberships. Heather Nicely is going to interview me tomorrow, and we're going to record that interview because of scheduling. We're going to record that interview, but it's going to be played live around 8 p.m. inside the Everlesson group. And let me tell you, you don't want to miss that interview. It's absolutely fantastic. Once you get have an experience with Heather, you will be locking her in as friend request, following everywhere she's going. She is a tremendous expert. I am honored to be on her show tomorrow, and we're going to discuss not only the product, but some things to increase engagement and increase opportunities to convert viewers into leads, and from leads into clients. So we're going to be talking about all kind of great stuff. She's got a ton of information. So we're going to stream that live, and I will also after it's broadcasted in the Everlesson group, we will broadcast it over here in some other groups as well. But you don't want to miss the first presentation. So the launch date will be announced tomorrow. I'm super excited at 8 p.m. inside the Everlesson group. And I am so honored to be launching this product. It's been a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and love put into this thing, and super excited about it. So I'm looking forward. If you guys can make it, you will have a great time. So we're looking forward to a power-packed opportunity tomorrow. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you got some value out of tonight, go ahead and type inside the chat room, hey, Chris, I got some good value. Type in if you got some value in the chat room. And if you got a takeaway that you want to share that I can read on air before we jump out. Heather Nicely said, you're awesome, Chris. Hey, if Heather says I'm awesome, guess what? I am awesome sauce, baby. I don't need your compliment. Heather said I'm awesome. I can live off that compliment for at least the next 168 hours. I love that. I love that. Hey guys, thank you so much for lighting up the chat room. Man, this has been a tremendous time with you. Hey guys, do you like the background? How did you like the green screen background for this week? Do you like that? You like my nice little house back there? Absolutely love it. This proves you can connect to your audience anywhere from a little corner in your house, you could turn it into a tremendous studio. Hey guys, well, thank you so much for joining me this evening. God bless you. God bless the day you were born. I'm looking forward to connecting with you real soon again. Until we talk again, have a blessed, prosperous, and productive day. Now I got to figure out what happened to my end video button. Talk to you guys soon.